Welcome to another episode of Big and Hungry Podcast, everybody. Des Moines, Iowa, Funny Bone, April 30th, May 1st. That's where I'm at. Phoenix, Arizona, CB Live. Never done it. May 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, it looks like. Or maybe it's May 6th and 8th. I don't know. Tampa, Florida, May 21, 22nd. I'm at the Improv in Tampa, Florida, one of my favorite places to perform. And then, May 14th, we got a live Big and Hungry podcast at Zany's in Nashville. And then San Antonio, Texas at LOL, June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I'm going to be there as well. All right,
That's
everybody.
Right.
That's
and then
right.
like you said, we'll be at Zany's together on the 14th, doing a Big Hungry. And then the 15th through the 18th, I'll be in Indianapolis at Helium Comedy Club. April 29th through May 1st, I'll be at the DC Improv. I love that club with our good friend Bill Crawford from Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice. DC Improv's open.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then,
love it.
I got all over. Yeah.
All right.
May 13th through the 15th, Raleigh, North Carolina at the Raleigh Improv. I'm very excited. I did the grand opening of that club. So
Did you
I'm excited
really?
to get back to that. Yeah.
Did they refurbish it or something? Or
I think so. Yeah. I don't know.
yeah,
It's a great
I like
club.
it. I love that club.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. We're good.
Oh, I want to tell you guys to go to the Patreon for Bryan's Patreon.
Patreon.com/Bryan Callen for these episodes 1 week early. How's that sound?
Ad free.
Ad free.
There's a bonus episode currently on Patreon right now that will not be released to the general public.
Yeah, because apparently the video was a little shaky.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was a good podcast.
That's not the one.
Oh.
No, that's not the one. Yeah,
That's not the one. But yeah, that'll be coming out.
Okay, because
that one we're gonna
that was a
release.
good podcast.
It was a good podcast.
And I guess
a lot of fun.
I was hitting the desk and the fucking camera was a little
Yeah,
shaky.
it looked like the guy had your side profile cameras set up.
Fuck my side profile. We had to do
to the desk.
Oh,
And
okay.
so anytime you guys moved or breathed, even the camera would just like
Start shaking.
so
Well,
annoying.
make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our YouTube, Bryan Callen, your YouTube page where we release these. Rate, review, subscribe. We see the comments. We see the ratings. It's very nice of you guys. Follow us on Instagram, Big and Hungry Podcast on Instagram. And then we appreciate all of the intro music.
Oh yeah,
that we've been getting.
People have been sending intro music, man. It's really good. A lot of talent out there.
So keep sending those in to bigandhungrypodcast@gmail.com. And we'll just keep going. We'll keep this going.
Are we doing that? Or are we just taking?
I've been using different ones every single time.
Really?
Yeah, we can have a contest or something so like people can vote. Like,
why don't we? Can I hear some right now? Is that possible or no?
I can try.
We're gonna try.
While Anthony's getting it, we got to give a shout out once again to Jeff Miyamoto for his monthly Anchor contribution.
Spending $1 a month, guys, and if you guys can just contribute $1 a month, we'll be able to get that needed operation for Steve because Steve is trapped inside an Asian body.
I'm in a prison.
And he wants to get out.
To transition into the real Steve Byrne.
The real Steve Byrne. So, yeah, go ahead.
Really quick, I have all the sound files on the external hard drive. I don't have that here with me.
Okay, we'll get them.
Next time we'll
play all our.
Yes,
let's hear.
How many are there? Do you think?
Like 10.
Really?
Like 10 or 10 plus. Yeah.
We should listen to all 10 and then decide. Okay.
I agree.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
We experienced an earthquake.
An earthquake, a real life earthquake, sleeping in the same house.
Yes. Now here's what.
4.2 magnitude.
You felt it. I mean, the house shook.
Yeah.
It felt like it was going down a hill.
Yeah.
And then, man of action that I am, I heard it. I heard you and Danny talking, and I thought, oh, okay. And then I just went right back to sleep.
Yeah.
Not even thinking, are there aftershocks? Is there something else? Should I get up? Is there an emergency? Just, fuck it. I'm going back to bed.
Kid Dynamite got terrified. She just woke up like, because she's not used to it. She's from Jersey.
Right.
So she's and I, I'm a veteran. My dogs were like, what the fuck? Hello,
Yeah.
My dogs went into protection mode, and I went, shh.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just my heart beating for you. It's just my heart beating for you. And she was like, what? I go, that's how I feel about you. Sometimes it shakes the whole fucking house. You know what I mean? Because I love atomically. I love atomically. And there are very few people that love atomically. You know what I'm saying, Jack? So that was what it was. And she went, you're serious? And I go, yeah. Now let's make some love Let's make some love.
Yeah.
And let's go back to sleep. And that's what we did.
Not my reaction. Right
No.
back to bed.
No,
I love sleep.
I know you do.
Love sleep. As much as I love food, I love sleep.
We went to try to find In-N-Out. It was Easter. They're a
Yeah.
God-fearing company. And on the day that Christ rises, they shut that down.
Right.
Right. And then you basically, and then we went to Hi-Ho Burgers,
Went to Hi-Ho Cheeseburger.
outstanding grass-fed Wagyu burgers.
Yo, yeah.
And then I said, you want to watch something? And you said, I'm going to lie down.
Like
and
a
you
man.
you went and laid down and didn't come out of your room until
10:30 this morning.
Yeah, so we got a good 11 hours of sleep, didn't we,
That's
Steve?
right, yeah.
11 hours.
I have a record, a personal best. I was in college, and I said, fuck it, I'm not going to classes today. I went to bed at like 10 o'clock at night, right? I woke up at 6 o'clock the next day. I don't know how I ever did this. I got up at 6 o'clock. I went downstairs. I had a turkey sandwich and French fries. Came back up to my room. 8 o'clock, I went back to bed. I woke up at 10 o'clock the next morning. I was awake for 2 hours.
How
all
are
day.
you doing
I don't know
that?
how that happened.
How do you do that? Don't you wake up thinking about shit you have to do or Nope.
I love it. I love every second of just putting my head to a pillow and saying, bye.
You just bye.
Just fucking, I'm out.
So what gets you
Out.
excited? What are the things that get you excited? What are the things that you like to do where you're like, I don't want this shit to end?
Sleep. Like I've
That's
woken.
boring as fuck, everybody.
No.
What are the things you wish you could do that you can't do? I have weird things I wish I could do that I can't do.
Weird. I wish I could fly. I've had many dreams.
No, but I mean, the things that you could actually acquire as a skill that you can't do. Like, for example, I don't give a fuck that I don't know how to juggle. I could give a shit. I could give a shit that I can't juggle. Like, that's the last thing I care about.
I can't play chess. I wish I learned to play chess. I didn't play chess.
Chess is a great game.
Yeah. I did checkers, and that's
Checkers
where
is
I
not
was
a great game.
I don't have the fucking time for patience for this. I'd rather sleep.
But chess is not hard to learn.
Chess will put me to sleep.
It'll put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how to play it, or
Because I have no interest.
you don't care about it. Oh, I got it. Okay.
I would want to.
Yeah.
Because then it would seem like I would want to go to my study and have like a
Yeah.
drink out of a glass, and I go like this with it.
Yes.
and
While
invite someone to
you
play chess with me.
while you tax your strategic brain.
That's right.
It's all about strategy,
Yeah.
and it's endless and infinite. I might even take a class by Gary Kasparov about apparently there's a story that Peter Thiel, the investor who loves to play chess,
Right.
one of the founders of PayPal, was playing Gary Kasparov.
Boring.
I know.
Yeah.
But Gary Kasparov is the greatest chess player maybe ever of all time. That's like saying that's a different kind of brain. That's a different kind of brain, right? It's somebody who can, think 5 moves ahead, whatever it is that they can do. I don't know. And do it very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes can see. I got a story about that in a second. Lewis Hamilton, is that the Formula One race car driver?
I don't.
I went shooting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, I went shooting. Bring up Lewis Hamilton. I want to look at him for a sec. This motherfucker, some people can do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, the point is that someone like Kasparov is talking about what a beautiful, endless game. He was playing Peter Thiel. Now hold that guy for a sec. He was playing Peter Thiel.
Yeah.
And Peter Thiel lost and got really mad.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be like me getting mad at playing Roger Federer and losing in a set. It would be. It literally would be like, damn it, like that.
Yeah.
And the legend is that Kasparov said, "You're a sore loser," and Peter Thiel goes, "Find me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser." I mean, I get it, but dude, sometimes you got to just lose.
Let it go, yeah.
You're never beating Gary
greatest.
Kasparov. I'm never beating John Jones in any kind of combat situation.
You know what you like when you go to Long John Silver's, you know you're going to have the tummy bubbles. You can't get upset when you're holding your stomach crouched in a fetal position.
Thank you for referencing a fast food joint I've never gone to nor ever will, but I appreciate it.
Long John Silver's?
I know
Never.
Long Dong Silver, and that was a porn star in the 70s. His name was Long Dong Silver.
Right.
But Long John Silver doesn't exist anymore, does it? Or
Yes,
is
it does.
It does.
Yes,
Long
it
John.
does. And it is worth the cramp.
What are they?
It is worth the
All
cramp,
right.
my friend. You just douse it in vinegar.
Some people, though, so this guy, Lewis Hamilton, I guess for the past 7 years has been the dominant race car driver.
Yeah.
All right. I got to study this guy because let me tell you something about him. Bring up that picture of him with his shirt off, please, for shits and giggles. I got to see this. Okay. This motherfucker. Oh, okay. So whenever Formula One, I guess there are 100 people on a team.
Sure.
Engineers, all kinds of stuff. It's an insanely intricate sport. The car matters, but so does the driver. This dude, I saw a video of him shooting, competition shooting, okay? And he went to the same place I go to at Terran Tactical. And I see him, he's using essentially what it's like, I think it's called an MPX. It's an AR-15. It looks like an AR-15. It's an assault rifle, but it shoots 9mm weapons, bullets. And so you use it for competition. And you hold and you shoot, pop, 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 pop. The dude was shooting on a level, because I've seen a lot of these competitive guys, and I go, who is that guy? He looks like he's a really good competitor.
Right.
And Terran, who owns Terran Tactical, looked at me and said, that's his first time.
Whoa.
That's the first time he's ever shot a gun at a target. That's the first time he's ever used that weapon. That's the first time he's ever done an obstacle course. That's the first time. By the end of the day, when he had more tries, he was as good as any expert. And I went, wait a minute, hold on. Like, you have to see how fast it is. You can see video of me. I'm like, douche, douche, douche. Then I run over, I hop over, douche, douche. I have to see the target. I have to put it takes forever, right?
But he lives life at a.
So this guy has an ability. Yeah, this guy has an ability to see shit and react. I mean, he's been doing it his whole life.
Yeah.
But there's also some God-given thing he's got with his eyes.
Yeah.
Because you go, well, you're a Formula One race car driver because you have probably the discipline, the coaching, all that.
Sure.
But you also have a visual reactionary apparatus that is off the charts.
Yeah.
It's like LeBron James is a very hardworking competitor. He's also a freak.
Yeah, of course.
But this guy is clearly, like, when you see a dude like this, well, of course he's dominated for the past. It's not the car. It's this dude. It's this dude, because his teammate is always behind him. He has the same car, same engineers. But dude, when I saw this dude, I was like, so let me get this straight. You're this good looking, you're that rich, and you're just that good also at shooting and probably everything. He's a motherfucker who'll beat you at everything. He'll beat you at everything. What do you want to do? Beat you. Most athletes, like, if they specialize in a sport, like I've done a little wrestling with, say, pro football players or whatever. If they haven't done that thing, it's not like they're not better than anybody their first time. It's going to be hard for them. Some dudes, though, they can pick up shit and you're done. Now, you teach a pro football player jiu-jitsu in 6 months, he's going to be way ahead of you are in 6 months. He's just a better athlete, but he's still got to go through the training. This dude, first time. Bop, 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 bop.
I'm that way with sleep.
And you're that way with sleep.
Some people say,
you're the
do
Lewis
it?
Hamilton of sleep.
I just do it. There's some innate ability where some people can't, because body position, they got to be in the aisle, they got to be at the window seat on an airplane. You put me in any situation and I can fall asleep. Yeah. Actually, during that story you were telling, I was like, I'm almost there. Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it. Actually, do me a favor. Go to Terran Tactical. Look up Lewis Hamilton shooting. I want to see if it's on YouTube. I think it is. Oh. I just realized. I bet you it is.
How many times have you been to Terran Tactical?
Like 10. I don't know, 12. I could be there all day. When you go there, everybody's really cool. It's the who's who of Hollywood. If you want to network, it's fucking nuts. This might be it, right? Is it on there? Oh shit, here he is. Oh shit, watch this.
Jesus.
Come on.
First time ever.
There's no way.
Yes.
He's never shot a gun.
Never.
Shut the fuck
Never,
up.
Dude. Let me watch that again. Let me watch that again.
I don't believe that's his first time.
That's his first time, dude.
There's no way.
I'm telling you, Terran doesn't lie. This is what's so crazy about it. He's hitting every one.
Yeah.
That's John Wick shit. You see how he's hitting small targets? What? You see how he dropped every one of those little ones?
Man, that's not his first time.
That's his first time, bro. Look at how they're all clapping. Nobody knows what to say. And he's got that shirt and those tattoos.
What the fuck?
So
man?
that's Lewis Hamilton. I'm so glad we showed that.
If I had,
That's his first fucking time. And then Terrence said Terrence was the best 3-gun competitor like in the world for 15 years going. Like shotgun, tactical shotgun, that gun, and handgun, like crazy competitive shooter. And he'll teach you, like he'll but I guess after the end of the day, he was John Wick. He's John Wick. And that's where Keanu Reeves trains right there.
I don't believe that's his first time.
That's his first time.
I will never believe that that's somebody's first time.
I'm just telling you.
That video. There's no way. He's had some experience on a range.
No.
That might be his first time doing that.
Never.
Ting, 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 ting,
nope.
And all the obstacles and
first
everything.
Time.
There's
first
no
time.
way, dude. There's no way.
That's what I mean. That's why I've been thinking about it all day. I've been like, what
That's like
the
when
fuck?
Kim Jong-un
Dude, they had to
said
teach
the first
him.
time he went golfing, he had like 9 hole-in-ones, and there's no way.
I'm just telling you.
That's inconceivable.
They had to teach him. Apparently, they were teaching him all the, he got there. He's like, they teach him how to hold his arm and everything. I'm telling you.
He was on a first date. That's what happened. He was on a first date.
And he was like, I don't know how to do this.
And the safety's here, and ting, 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 ting. And next 2 hours later,
No.
It was the first time. It was impressive. I don't know.
That's a big piece, by the way. That's a huge piece. I guess
because he was,
Well, all the women, all the instructors there are beautiful, and they're all pros.
Yeah,
they're all competitors. Sorry that I don't mean to say that all the instructors are very professional, but they're all beautiful.
Talk about it a bunch of times, dude. I've always wanted to go.
There's
we got
Megan.
A question.
Yeah.
Every now and then we take questions.
Yeah.
From people there was a question here, from Russell Philpott, and this question is specifically for you, Bryan.
Yeah.
Since you know so much about animals, given the choice, would Russell be in a better position to fight a crocodile on land or a tiger in the water? Thanks in advance.
Okay, so obviously, so that's a very fucking good question. It's a really good question.
Is this the part where you put a napkin in your shirt?
Well, the answer,
fork a knife, and go, I'm ready now.
No, the answer is of course and 100% a crocodile on land. 100%. Crocs are fast in short bursts, but you can get behind them. And all they do is they reach back and try to go, get away from me. Yeah. So, and they're ambush predators. So they just wait for you. Their blood pressure is super low. So they're lazy about their bites. I mean, sometimes they'll come after you.
Yeah.
Yeah. A fucking tiger, they swim very well, Steve.
Yeah.
Tigers swim very well. Steve, in the Sundarbans, when a man is on his boat, tigers have been known to get in the water, swim toward the boat,
get the fuck out of here,
and get into the boat and take the guy, kill the guy, and take him back to land. So a tiger's going to swim faster than you.
Yeah.
And he's gonna scratch you up. He's gonna scratch you up. Okay, so you're already gonna bleed out because he's gonna scratch you up, and he's gonna get you with his mouth. Now, the only chance you have is to be going under the water,
right,
and swimming over this side. And he's gonna go, there he is, and he's gonna start to learn how you move. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna run out of energy and breath. He ain't, because he's hungry,
right?
And he kills people with his face. You understand? So the answer, and it's a very good question, and I really appreciate that question. The answer is you don't want to fight a tiger in the water. They don't like water, but let me say it again. They're excellent swimmers. Bring up a tiger in the water, please. Let me show you.
Tigers kill people with their
and I got
face.
news for you. Tigers usually aren't hearing a peep out of a fucking crocodile in the water either. They swim in the water, and crocs are like, I'm not gonna fuck with that guy. All right, but they can swim their ass off. And in the Sundarbans, they don't know why the tigers are so deadly. There are two theories. The man-eating tigers in the Sundarbans, you go to the Sundarbans, they eat people all the time. And the reason that they don't in other parts of India is twofold. One, they think either tigers were hunted to extinction Okay, they were hunted to extinction. God, they're beautiful. But hey, Anthony, not a good video for that. But oh, is that a tiger swimming?
Yeah.
Oh well, he's underwater, Steve. So you can scratch getting underwater because they can go underwater too. So you go underwater, he's going underwater. You're done. You're fucking. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, you're dead. Oh yeah, you're dead. Oh yeah, you can't go underwater. Oh yeah, what makes you think he's not going underwater? Think about that thing. Look at that thing. Watch this. Yeah, that's you. That's you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, watch this. Oh, there I am. I'm going underwater. I'm going under. Jesus Christ, that's scary. Jesus Christ. Look at those. Look at that. Look at that mouth. Come on, dude. That's a fucking underwater crocodile. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. So I guess he's pretty comfortable underwater, Steve. So good luck. Oh, Steve's sleeping. God damn it.
What happened?
God damn it.
Where were we? Are we
Damn
done?
it. I put Steve to sleep, ladies and
Are we
gentlemen.
done? Are we
I
back?
put Steve to sleep.
What happened?
All right.
I
never
remember
mind.
you talking about something being a
Sorry,
tent,
I got a
and
little
then,
carried away. You got me caught up on the
Where are
fucking
we?
tiger slash crocodile. Well, there we are.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was interesting. I did a show in Venice, and then I watched two guys after my show across the street near my car getting in a shoving match. And then I watched his very drunk girlfriend kind of getting involved.
Oh, that's
And you
never
know
good.
those things where you go, oh, that looks like trouble. I'm going to avoid that. Nothing good happens
Sure.
there. And the guys were kind of big. And then
Yeah.
there was a very handsome black gentleman who said something like, he said, the guy said, where's my N-word girlfriend?
Excuse me?
Yeah. And his girlfriend was not, was white. So the white guy said, where's my N-word girlfriend? Something like
Wait,
that.
the white guy said
Yeah,
that?
my friend heard that when he came
Ew.
out. He was drunk. I think the black gentleman heard that.
How do you know he was a gentleman?
Well, this is what's interesting about the gentleman is that he's a tall guy, just
Yeah.
like the other. Then the two white guys start getting in this weird shoving match.
So it's two white guys shoving each other?
Yeah. Now, don't hold me to this, but I think what the black guy said was he goes, guys, this is a residential area, cut it out, something to that effect.
He's a gentleman.
Yeah. The white guy, one of the white guys walks over there, and the other guy who was in the shoving match who's drunk gets in the black guy's face and is making sort of a threatening gesture.
So there's two guys, they're going to fight each other. Now they go,
Yeah.
now one of them goes over the black guy.
Yeah.
Now he wants three.
And
now
the
he wants two
girl,
fights.
so the girl is now, the girl engages the other guy over there. So she's fighting with this guy.
Jerry.
And so now the black guy,
Yeah.
as this guy's in his face, the black guy really casually, like he's done this 1,000 times, takes pepper spray and just goes, shake.
Oh.
Just goes 1, 2, the old paintbrush, you go chat. He just goes, paintbrush your eyes. Let's go with the left eye, and let's go right, and let's go right, left. Let me go dab you in the right, dab you in the left eye.
Yeah.
Let me jump over to the right eye, dab you there. Let me jump over back to the left eye in case I missed it. And maybe
double
I'll come back to the right.
up,
Yeah. Shack. It was that. Shack. Like he'd done it 1,000 times.
Right.
So relaxed. I mean, his wrist was so loose. He was like a pro tennis player. I was like, dude, Shack. That guy just
That
went.
was the first time he's ever done it, by the way.
Yeah,
He
right.
was that good.
Right. The guy was drunk. So the guy
Call
walks.
a callback, guys, if you're paying attention at home. That's a callback to
It's a callback.
ting, 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 ting.
It's a
Whatever.
callback.
It's a comedy lingo. Anyways.
He walks over to the sidewalk, gets on his hands and knees. The girl who's drunk comes over and threatens the black guy. She just seems to be coming over to do something to him physically.
Please tell me she's getting it.
And he goes, shook.
How do you not know?
Dude, I just was
How
like,
do you not know?
I was like, oh my God.
hey, you just fucking doused my what the fuck?
But-
Zach said, what the fuck?
Yeah. He went, shack. And she went, and so she was really drunk and she goes on her hands and knees. And the guy.
Are you dying laughing?
No,
I was howling.
I didn't like.
If I saw a girl approach him after her boyfriend got pepper. What the fuck do you think's gonna happen?
She was very aggressive. But I don't like seeing that because I didn't know what was going on.
God,
So
I'd be fucking howling.
then I come over to
Yeah.
see. I don't know what to do, but I'm there. I'm a little scared of the black guy. I don't know if he's going to mace me. So, but he looked really calm, and he looked at the girl as she was drunk and on her hands and knees. And I swear to God, he goes like this. He goes, "Wash it out with milk. Use milk." He gets in the car, and some people get in the car, and he casually pulls out like he's on vacation, and just doesn't speed out, just rolls away. And I was like, "How? What?"
As he's driving, there's a Ralph's about a quarter mile back that way, guys. It's in the produce. It's right by the produce section.
Yeah. Now the girl is on the ground.
Yeah.
What happens in these situations? Nobody's helping the girl.
Sure.
So I go, well, I got to help this person. I got friends there. So,
Oh, bless you. Are you okay?
I'm allergic to pepper spray. So I asked somebody for water. People have water, a bunch of people, because the show just got out. I was taking pictures. I start dousing her with, I'm dousing her.
You had to throw it in.
Yeah,
You
I
were
did.
taking pictures
taking
with
pictures.
your adoring face.
That's the point
You
of
couldn't
the
just
story.
say I was outside.
Point of the story is I'm a celebrity. I use pepper spray victims to highlight my...
But I'm surprised because you always carry around a gallon of milk. This is weird. Is this
I
the part
do,
where you're
and that's
hero?
why my bones are so strong, because osteoporosis is not going to get to me, you junk food eating Long John Silver bitch. Now, you bubble tummy bitch. Now, may I finish my story, please?
You're interrupting yourself. Fuck
All right.
you.
Sorry.
I didn't say shit.
Sorry.
You're insulting me, you bubble tummy fucker.
I'm sorry. You're the one who said it's worth the
Coming
bubble
down on
tummy,
me.
the
Fuck
tummy
you,
bubbles.
dude.
So,
Thank.
yeah. So sink. And now I'm pouring water in her eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm telling her she's going to be okay. And she goes, and I go, this has happened to me. It hadn't. But you always say, it's happened to me. I was fine. You try to keep them calm.
Right.
And I'm tilting her head back as I'm pouring water. I look at her face. I think she took a picture with me, by the way, after my show. So now,
wow,
now I
she's at the
feel,
show.
now I feel responsible in some way.
Right.
So I'm pouring water into her eyes, and she's spitting up, but she's very drunk. I didn't notice she was drunk, but she seemed very drunk. Or maybe the pepper spray had her.
Hold on a second. Can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
Just bookmark this.
Yeah.
The guy's on all fours.
He's over there, and
got
I say,
pepper sprayed.
and nobody's helping
But
him.
there's a cute girl on all fours.
No.
Right?
She was
baby.
no, she was that close to me. She was that close. I say to them, I go, somebody help that guy over
the
there.
guy's coughing up blood.
Well, because he walked down the sidewalk and darted into a doorway. So I'm like, somebody help. Nobody's helping that guy. So people go over there and they're giving him water. Me and some other people, the other people watching, and I'm giving water, and they're giving me water. I'm on my third bottle or something, and I'm pouring water in her eyes as she's spitting up and all that, and trying to keep her calm. My girlfriend, Kid Dynamite, pulls up in my car and goes, "Get in the fucking car. I just got hit." And I go, "What?" She goes, "I just got hit. Get in the car." I go, "Did the car get hit?" I don't know what she's saying. She goes, but I can see from her face, she's saying, "Drop that bottle.
Go.
Somebody else can help that person. You come with me."
Right.
So I'm like, "Oh shit. All right." So my girl, when she talks that way, I'm like, something's up.
Right. Sure.
I get in the car, and I get in the car with her. She was going to my car while I was trying to help this woman who got pepper sprayed. She's going up to my car. 3 dudes in a red car drive by her, slow down. A guy reaches out the window with a sealed Fiji bottle, a huge Fiji bottle, and swings it as hard as he can like a bat at her.
Right.
And breaks, tries to hit her in the head. She shoulder rolls. She does the Floyd Mayweather instinctive shoulder roll here.
Right.
And it catches her on the arm and the shoulder, which, her whole arm is bruised. She thought she broke it. Knocks her down. Her friend thought she got shot because it burst like a balloon and it sounded like a gunshot. And the water split. So she thought blood was everywhere. It was fucking terrible. And they just took off.
This
so
is
that
all
was
within seconds of each
This is
other.
all within seconds of each other.
Bryan,
so it was Saturday night in Venice was a clusterfuck.
How bad was your set?
Hey, come on, man. Hey, come on, dude. Dude, I was very funny. A lot of it was improv.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. She got drilled.
Yeah. And then we called.
And they just took off.
Yeah. And then we did a police report, and the police, who's seen this 1,000 times, but I said, I've never heard of a bunch of guys in a car just randomly hitting a girl like that. That's fucked up. Like you drive by a woman. Like I can see them doing it to a dude.
Yeah.
But when 3 guys in a car hit a woman
Yeah.
who they don't know, that's some evil, crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's not like dudes. It's not like dudes, right? I don't know any guys that would do that. The cop goes, happens all the time. I go, to women? He goes, oh, yeah. And a guy said that a guy who saw the situation said to my girl after she was all fucked up, he said, I saw this happen earlier. They threw a glass bottle at a woman's head.
No way.
Yeah. So there's somebody out there.
I'll tell you, I remember I used to work at Caroline's Comedy Club in New York City. It was my first job in New York. And because I couldn't afford a cab or whatever, I used to rollerblade to work. And I rollerblade down this one street where it was like a housing project. And I was skating by, and these brothers took glass bottles. They were drinking a bunch of beer or whatever. And they just it was raining glass bottles as I was rollerblading past them. And there's a multitude of things going through my head. It was like, was it just random? Was it because I was, Korean and Irish or whatever? And then I was like, I was in rollerblades, so I probably deserved it. If I was just walking, I don't think they would have touched me. But because I look like a half Asian Sprite floating down the street, I deserve getting pelted with Corona bottles or whatever they're drinking.
You were just too much of a target, dude. These brothers
I
were
was
like
singing Oasis. Probably I had my shitty headphones on,
And
singing
they were
Wonderwall. They're like, "Fuck, what happened?"
Did they hit you?
No, it was like ting ting ting. It was like Wyatt Earp at the end of
You Matrix that shit.
Everything was like going past me. Yeah. Every time I see that scene, did you see that scene where Kevin Costner in the Wyatt Earp movie, he's in the riverbed, he's shooting a curly bill, and the bullets are zipping everywhere past him, in his hat, in his coat, and he never got hit. And all the witnesses, Bat Masterson, everybody said, oh my God, how did he do that? Like, it was a miracle. And I always felt that was my 20s with STDs. Like, they just zoom, 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 zoom.
Not me.
Close calls, but nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a little discharge a couple of times. Just being honest. I was like, what's this? Is it supposed to be? Why is it hurt when I pee?
Wait,
chlamydia.
I had that.
Chlamydia. Yeah. I got the drip. I got chlamydia, and then once I got gonorrhea.
Wait, which is the one where it burns when you pee?
Both of them, all of them, doesn't matter. I dodged the herpes bullet. I got lucky with the herpes bullet, but a lot of people haven't. And but I
the
got
one where it burns when you pee, you get the pill and then it's gone.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't burn. Sometimes you just you got some stuff coming out, and you're like, this is nasty shit.
Oh,
usually it's chlamydia though, and I it's like my friend who is so funny, and he's a comic, and he was like you would know him, or you would know him, but not a lot of people would know him. But he goes, he was just doing a lot of fucking in Vegas. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, are you bagging that thing? And he goes, fuck no. I think I'm immune to that shit. And I go, I go, are you? I go, you think you are? He goes, yeah. I go, you've never had anything. He goes, I mean, sometimes, I've had a drip before, but I mean, nothing like,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's called gonorrhea or chlamydia. If you have a drip. And you got to tell the girl, because guys can handle it. You got to tell the girl because they can go sterile. I had a girl say that. I had a girl tell me she started dating this soccer player who was half like Nigerian, half English. Yeah. And apparently he was a star, but he was working with what she called elephantitis of the penis. He had elephantitis of the cock. It was an impossibly large dick.
Yeah, to go.
And then see
a medical professional.
She went from her boyfriend, who was regular guy, to this guy. And I said, and she said, and it's just hard to go back to my boyfriend because it's like the difference between getting poked and punched. And I went, I don't know what to do with that characterization of that information, but my dick looks like a turtle head right now. And I'm depressed. But
would you like a whiff?
So this guy's a soccer star, makes millions of dollars, and he's got a piece for days.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Great. It's probably got lungs and an elbow.
It's got gills.
Yeah.
You got to scale it.
So there you go.
No, I've never had that problem.
Some people have it going on.
No, we'll just I make up for it with a really nice dinner.
and great conversation and a sense of humor, because that lasts, Steve. There's the old saying,
Sure
if
does.
sex is bad, it's 95% of the relationship. If sex is good, it's only 5% of the relationship. In other words, sex is great, but how often are you fucking, Steve? The rest of the time you're sleeping, you're eating, you're talking, you're
I'll tell you
living your
what.
life, you're trying to solve problems. You better have a good partner. You know what I'm saying, Steve?
I do.
And here's the truth. There are a lot of women that could give a fuck whether you're working with 5 inches or 10 inches. And that's a fact. And the big dick thing is mostly a guy problem. And I have a theory on it. It's all about territory. Guys are territorial. If I think a guy's been further down the road, he's seen places that the other guy hasn't. And guys are like, fuck, I wonder what's down there. That's why guys, it's like he planted a flag. That's how guys are. That was my joke. Why do guys climb Mount Everest? Why do they go to the moon? It's not for the view. It's so they can put a flag there and say, I've been there and you haven't. That's the deep male psychology, it seems.
Bryan,
That's why guys are obsessed with dick size.
You're literally talking like somebody who's got a small dick.
No, I work with a piece. I work with a piece.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky, and I'm going to show it to you in a little bit when the cameras are off. But I am saying that in A Billion Wicked Thoughts, which is a book 2 neuroscientists wrote based on all the metadata from the Pornhub site, and you see what people actually are into, and they studied sexuality. What do women like to read? The romance novels. The popular romance novels for women don't mention dick size. They mention passion and pulsing and blood rushing, but not the actual. That's a gay.
Let me lie down, point my toes. Say it again.
There you go. There you go. There it is.
Belly pancakes. Pancakes.
You got belly pancakes?
Yep.
Pittsburgh, huh? Little hockey fan.
Little hockey fan, yeah.
Okay.
I don't I don't attend these podcasts like I just checked the mail.
What do you mean?
You always come in a medium t-shirt and jeans. It's pretty much par for the course, yeah.
I know. I don't know what else. I don't dress. This is how I dress, and I'm not good at the clothing thing yet.
What are you talking about?
I want to be a stylish guy. I want to start wearing vests and dungaree denim. I want to wear denim and vests, and I want to wear leather properly. And I'd like some jewelry. I'd like some accoutrement. I'd love to have a necklace, maybe a bracelet. Yeah. Maybe a leather, maybe sort of an elephant hair bracelet. I don't know if you've ever seen elephant hair.
You seem more like an ascot kind of guy to me. Like
I'm not
Kennedy Clam-Baked Callen.
That's a racist, okay? I'm not going to dress like a racist, like an old school racist, all right? But
you should have a pipe and like a sailor's cap and an ascot on.
No, I'm not.
And call all minorities boy. Hey, boy.
Okay, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't come from that kind of money. But I do want to wear something tasteful. I want to wear accoutrement. I want to adorn myself with something cool. I'd love to wear a hat once in a while. Just sort of a fedora. Yeah. That with a pattern you can't quite put your finger on. Yeah. Okay? With a pattern you can't quite put your finger on. Maybe, buddy. Maybe I wear a cowboy hat, or is it something that belongs in the Australian outback? It's a subtle difference, bud. It's a subtle difference. Yeah. And maybe I've got a snakeskin band around it. Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
It's that mysterious
I don't want
thing.
to, but yes, I understand what you're saying.
Maybe I wear suspenders somehow and I pull it off. Maybe I wear overalls and I pull it off. Back to what I want to do. I don't care about learning how to juggle.
Have you ever been to, what is it called? Groden Brothers, that hat shop?
Yeah.
It's like a national chain.
Yes.
I went into the store and you're like, oh, I wear baseball caps or I just, fuck it. It is what it is, right? And I went in there. I was in Nashville with Sarah Tiana.
Love Sarah.
And I was like, I'm going to get a hat. I don't own a nice hat. And I went in, I tried a bunch of different hats on. I found this black kind of cool cap that I thought, this is cool. I wore it to the Comedy Store on stage. I ran into 4 different comics. They all shit on the hat immediately.
Yes.
What the fuck
well
are you wearing?
They should.
That's horrible. Your head, just everything. I took it off after my set. It's been in my closet ever since. I never fucking wore it again.
That's
ever.
what happens.
That's what happens.
Because a hat is two things. A hat is either I'm going to wear this hat to look cool, or my hair is all fucked up.
Yeah.
Or I just look good in hats. Some people just look like Anthony looks good in that hat. He's got a face for a hat.
Yeah.
You just look good
Looks
in a
like
hat.
The Deadliest Catch.
You just put a hat
Season
on.
4, yeah.
He puts it on backwards, but he's got the face for it, right?
Yeah.
I don't have the face for a hat. Now, and the other function of a hat is the sun's out. I work outside, need my hat. Okay? Need to cover, need my hat. And that's its own thing. I don't have either thing going. So now if I'm going to wear a hat, it's going to be something I have to take off and remember every time I leave the restaurant or wherever I'm going. I'm not wearing it inside my house. I'm in my car or my house. Some people can do that. Some people can wear tinted sunglasses all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Steve, it's a bummer that I don't have a couple of things. One, the kind of skin that tans well. Two, the kind of skin that looks good with tattoos and turquoise/silver jewelry.
Where is this coming from?
3.
Who asked you this?
3.
What are you talking about?
The kind I want a Calvin
No one
Klein.
asked you about. How did you get talking about your skin?
Because I started thinking about why I can't wear hats. I'm talking about why hats don't work on me. And now there's other things I want to talk about.
All right, I'm here for you. I just don't understand. Okay, so what was the next thing
I'm
going
to get to you because I want to get your list. I'm going to give you a list of things that I want that I don't have.
All right.
I want a Calvin Klein chest. All right? I want a Calvin Klein chest, meaning I want tight cleavage where my muscles are woven and you can see that line. Bring up Calvin Klein chest. Let's see what I want.
You want like a Grand Canyon.
I want the kind of chest that looks good when water is poured on it. Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Calvin Klein chest. Yeah. Now, Marky Mark has got a great chest.
Now look, I look great there, okay?
He's got some great
I was very
tits.
young and I was working out.
Yep.
And I did it. I went to the gym all the time.
That's not what I care about. Fuck that guy's body. Keep going. He might be an athlete. Like let's go there.
Like that.
That's a very good body. I'm very happy with that. Not quite as happy. Keep going. I'll find the chest I want. Marky Mark was working. That guy right there. Is he a pro athlete?
Probably.
Yeah. That's
His name is Twy Baby.
Well, that's a very good body right there. That's it. That's yeah. So I don't have that. I don't have that skin. Don't have that hair. Don't have that chest. I'd like that. That would be fun because he can get 94 tattooed to his shoulder. You don't know why, but it's awesome. You see the band? You see the bands he's wearing on his fucking wrists?
Yeah.
I mean, and he's working with a piece. There's nothing wrong
His
there.
dick looks like a sundial.
He's doing very well in general. He's got
His dick
great,
has an enormous shadow. I think that's 6 more months of winter.
Well, in the sun,
6 more
you
weeks
get
of
under
winter.
that. If it's sunny out, you can get under that and use this shelter. All right? If there's rain or sun, you get under his piece. Bottom line is, that's what I want. Here's the other skills I want.
But you can attain it.
No, I don't have that genetics. I can't do that. I don't have that kind of body. That's okay. It's fine. I'm not a pro athlete. But here's the thing. I also want, look up Twy Baby. I want to see who the fuck he is. I also want to be able to climb a coconut tree.
What?
No, I just want to.
Just do that thing.
Yeah.
There you go up.
Yeah, but some people can do it with their hands and just their feet. And that's pretty cool. And I want to.
Yeah, what is this guy?
Apparently an underwear model.
Oh, that's all.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, well, all right. I mean, he probably makes a fortune as underwear
Blessed with a
model.
good body.
But I'm surprised he didn't
God
do.
bless him.
Why hasn't he done all the sports? Some guys are just muscular and not athletic.
Jesus
And that's
Christ.
what happens. Oh,
Whoa.
that's probably photoshopped.
Doesn't look like
I
it.
don't think so, Brian. That looks
Well, you know.
that looks pretty real.
Yeah, but it
That
like
looks like the difference between getting poked and punched.
yeah, well, congrats. Congrats to
Yeah.
Twy Baby. Congrats to Twy Baby. You know, he's an underwear model, so that's what happens. Yeah, well, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, things are.
There's just no need for this. Why are we doing this to ourselves? This is why I eat at Long John Silver's.
I'm not crazy about that guy's
He's
legs.
like, fuck
I'm
it.
not,
I don't have that. I'm
not
just
crazy
eat like
about
shit.
Ty Baby's legs. I don't think Ty Baby has. I think he's a little thin in the waist. I'm looking at athletics. I'm looking at the athletic. He's probably very athletic, but I'm saying he's all right. There are other athletes. When you look at the real athletes, it's a different thing. All right, it's fine.
Look at that dude. Are you in this, Callen? That's you in the green.
That's
in the green neon.
Yeah, that guy is a mess.
That's you.
Yeah, he's a mess.
It looks like the guy we had on. What was his name? The reporter in New York, the journalist.
Oh, Alistair Bostwick, he's awesome.
That kind of looks like Alistair.
Don't ever insult Alistair that way. I love Alistair, but Alistair, I'm going to try to get on here. In fact,
let's do it.
He's going to break down the Woody Allen thing, so he's going to come on.
Would love it because I've seen that doc. I saw the whole thing.
Yeah, but Alistair did this whole expose on Mia Farrow and
now there's all these other articles coming out, almost perpetuating the other side.
Of course, because there is another side. You can't just have. There is another side.
Yeah.
There's a major other side to it. You got to remember that if she really thought her daughter had been this had happened to her daughter,
mm-hmm.
she wouldn't have offered Woody Allen a deal through Alan Dershowitz, who's in his own Me Too issue, but she wouldn't have offered a deal to Woody Allen to pay her $8 million to keep quiet, would she? But there's a lot of issues that we're going to break down when Alistair Bostwick comes on. He did an amazing job. He's a real reporter, like a sleuth who really gets. It's really interesting. So there's definitely a different side to that story. This is a woman who dedicated her life to destroying a man who scorned her.
Right.
So, having said all that, where are we at? What are we doing now? Where are we going? What's happening here? What were we talking about? What do you want to? What skill do you want to develop before you fucking die? Is there anything that you think about that you'd like to be good at?
Well, I did. Prior to pandemic, I was taking jujitsu because I wanted to get to a point where I wanted to just know some basics in case shit went down. Because at my age, I don't want to be in situations like when that shit happened across the street. It's like I'm at the point where I've always been someone who would want to help, but I'm also at the point where it's like, I got 2 kids. I want to go home. Like, fuck this. I don't need this situation. But if I am in a situation, like, what are just the basics I should know to carry me through a situation to at least, hold my own and get through it, Mm-hmm. So I took classes, and then all of a sudden pandemic hit and we had to stop.
Yeah.
So I would like to do that. But then at the same time, I hear that you'll fuck your knees up.
No, not if you do it the right way.
Yeah.
You could also just carry pepper spray.
Well, I'll tell you this. I was maybe 2 months in and I got fucking jacked by a computer nerd. I think I was definitely concussed because he hip tossed me and I went right into the mat.
You started on your feet? You starting on your feet or on your knees?
How did we start? I don't even remember. I just know that I got tossed on a mat.
Oh, not in bed? I don't know. I'm asking questions here. I'm just asking.
This computer nerd flipped me over and my head drilled into the mat and my head was ringing for the next 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And then a girl kicked my ass too.
Okay.
A girl smoked me.
Jiu-jitsu's humbling.
Jiu-jitsu class, yeah.
Jiu-jitsu's humbling.
Okay.
Jiu-jitsu, when it comes to the ground,
yeah.
And then if you're doing takedowns,
right,
you're going to be in some. That's its own thing.
Right.
That's its own whole different thing. So there are guys that can flow grapple that take you, you're going for a ride.
Yeah.
Put you on your back at will. You change channel. They do that to you.
That's how they do it.
Yeah. Back. Yeah. But I think that's a great idea. What else?
I'd love to know how to cook.
Oh yeah.
Like because I worked in kitchens all through college.
You did.
Yeah, it was like, cooking sandwiches or burgers.
What did you study in college? I
theater. I never got cast in anything.
Oh.
Never got cast in one production.
Yeah.
On campus. But I worked like off campus. Like I was working at the Cleveland Playhouse and I was good enough to get cast in something there. But at Kent State, I never got cast in anything.
I didn't know you have a theater degree?
Yeah.
You have an acting degree?
Yeah.
Huh. And you never got cast in anything?
No. The only thing I've ever been cast in like the last year is just things I've written.
What year was it that
I was at Kent State? 92 to 97.
There was a lot of racial animosity toward Asians in Kent State. from 92 to 97.
Oh yeah.
They probably weren't writing a lot of parts for people who were Asian. Yeah?
No, but you could still, there's 1,000 different things I could have been in. It's a theater department. They didn't give a shit.
I'm just saying that
Theater department is
in
always more.
from 92 to 97, you could count on one hand the Asian actors in Hollywood. There was literally no roles
Yeah, like
unless
B.D.
you were playing
Wong.
a karate master
Yeah.
or a wise old man walking through a village for real.
Yeah.
Like there was no how many there was Ken Nakamura, whatever, there was the Karate Kid guy,
Pat
Morita, great actor. But that was it.
B.D. Wong, he did a lot of
I
stuff.
worked with B.D. Wong. I loved B.D. Wong.
And then Margot Cho's show was
yeah, but that okay,
was
so
on the
that's
air.
4.
Yeah.
And even BD was great, but BD was sort of working in different like he was on Oz, he was on different things, but not
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, great, wonderful guy and a wonderful actor. But I'm just saying
Daniel Day Kim was
the fact that we can name him and then we're searching for more is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Crazy Rich Asians was the first all Asian.
And you know where that movie bombed?
Where?
The biggest Asian market, China.
It did?
Because China's like, yeah, guys, we make movies with Asians.
Yeah.
Like everybody in America was like, isn't this great? Look what we did. It's like, yay, it took how many? They do it all the time. They thought it was going to be a big global hit like in China. And China's like, why should we celebrate? We do it like once every 2 or 3 weeks. There's a new movie with Asians, guys. Who gives a fuck?
And these Asians are super American, so they're not even Asian.
Yeah,
they might not even speak Mandarin.
Right. Yeah. Well, the lead guy is half like me. He's not even full.
Right.
And it's so funny because my wife watches The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and I got roped into that shit. And so, when you're watching this shit, I know the country is 70% white. So you're going to be geared towards that, And we were watching all these seasons, and every time it was like The Bachelorette, they'd always have on one Asian guy, but it would be half Asian. They couldn't even go full blown. Oh, yeah. And part of me is just like, why don't you just get like the biggest stereotypes of each race and put it in there just so they can get kicked out the first
nobody
week
wants
or
to
two.
admit this, but that's because they would say the only people that are going to watch it is a tiny subset of the population. We're not going to make our money.
Yeah.
Because if you have the majority of your viewers who look a certain way, they're going to identify with whatever. That would be the logic behind it. It's probably crossing over now, I think. I don't know. It used to be taboo to date somebody out of your race until very recently.
Yeah.
It just was. Right? Yeah. So now it's not. Now, now you're not going to have dads who say, I don't want my daughter dating a black guy. I mean, you are, but I'm saying it's much less than it was, I would imagine. Yeah. Like if I would obviously, I don't know anybody who's white that I'm friends with that would say that. They might think it, but they would never say it out loud even to their friends. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about this shit. But.
Well, bring up Daniel Henney, Henney. Now, this guy is Korean and Irish, just like me. And I move here, and then this is who I see is Korean and Irish, and I moved to Hollywood. I'm like, all right, I'll just pack up and go back to New York and be a fucking comic.
Yeah.
Was he in Crazy Rich Asians?
He was not, no. But I mean, that is like
handsome guy.
Very handsome guy, worked in, Wolverine and Hugh Jackman and does like one of those CSI shows.
Is he a big muscular guy or is he kind of just
He's a yoked dude, former runway model.
Yeah.
And super nice guy. They do some Asian film festival every year, so they asked me to host it one year, and then Owen Benjamin and I sang a song at the end because his film was kicking off the premiere of the festival, and I think it was like Shanghai Calling or something, and he was in it. So we sang a song called "Fuck You, Daniel Henney." And the whole song was about how good looking he was, how he never went to Supercuts. Fuck you, Daniel Henney. You're perfect. Fuck you, Daniel Henney. He's never been to Supercuts. Fuck you. And then we had the whole crowd saying, fuck you, Daniel Henney.
That's great.
And afterwards he came up. He was such a great sport. But you see like when
Seems
you
like
see a
guy.
version of what you could be, it's like, I'll go home and sue my parents.
Yeah, that's Hollywood. There are people that are perfectly symmetrical who just have everything that you should have better.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when you go on auditions. I would go on auditions for blue collar, good looking, whatever it was.
What was it?
Back when I was younger. They'd say the description would be blue collar, ex athlete,
right?
Whatever it would be, right?
Sure.
Or blue collar, or just or 30s, cute,
Mhm.
you know, blah, blah. I'd get there and I'd be like, I'd see all my friends, the guys, the actors I'd known over the
Yeah.
years, and I'd look at them and I go, all of you are a little more muscular, a
Yeah.
little taller, a little more rugged.
Yeah.
You're just better looking.
Yeah.
You're just better versions. I'm your brother that didn't get as much nutrition in the womb. I didn't. And you guys your wrists are a little thicker. You look better
Yeah.
in a watch. They just looked better.
Nothing will make you feel worse about yourself than
Than
going
Hollywood.
to an audition
Yeah.
and sitting there in that pool of other and you see people like, well, he works all the time. I'm not getting this.
Right.
And you just want to go home. I remember the last great audition I had, Aquaman,
Oh, wow.
with Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
He started casting it, and I drove there, and right when I'm pulling up, it was one of these kind of complexes. I was like, I'm going to shit my pants. It was like something is going to burst. It was one of those
Long John
situations
Silver's.
where
He had tummy bubbles.
that's right.
He had tummy bubbles.
So I literally, the building, it's like 3 storefronts. I find a parking spot. I run over to an office. It was a law office. And I just open the door. I go, ma'am, I got to use the bathroom. And she knew exactly what, like, my pants are going to explode.
Yeah, she could see your
Right?
panic.
She goes, okay, yeah. And she walked me down and let me in. And it was like Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber. It was like,
Yeah.
it was one of those situations where the foot is up, there's
Yeah.
noises being made.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. I came out, I was sweating.
Did you clean your whistle in the sink?
I do. I am very, very animate about
Yeah,
that, by the
you
way.
gotta
I
clean
will
your whistle.
always, I do the wet wipe thing, I'll paper towels, all
You
that
can't
stuff.
you can't have a situation. You
Can't
can't
have it walking around.
Can't
No.
have a crud ring around your whistle. Can't have a crud ring. That's a disaster.
And I went in, and as soon and I thanked her so, like, it was one of those things where I was like, I'm going to send her flowers to thank her.
Yeah.
And then I ran to the audition. I signed in, and it was one of those moments in time too, you know, where you can sign in and you're 12th on the list.
Yeah.
Or you find that one space at time where you're up next.
Yep.
I went and I signed in. They go, all right, we're ready for you.
Wow.
I had no time to think
So you just
or
went and
prepare.
did it.
And I remember walking in and going, oh my God, I'm just so glad I didn't shit my pants.
Yeah.
And like, all right, go. And I did it. And obviously I didn't get it.
But you played grateful guy. you had grateful energy. Right? Grateful energy.
That's right. Yeah. I'm just so glad to be here. Thank you guys. Good luck with it. No, it was one of those things where I got positive feedback. One of the few times you get positive feedback afterwards, but yeah.
Did you send her flowers and sign the
I
card?
did not.
The crazed shitter, the panicked pooper. You know what I mean?
Just a bouquet of flowers and a gift card to Yankee Candle.
Panicked poopy pants.
Yeah.
That's a fucking disaster when you got to go like that.
Oh.
That's the craziest shit in the world. When you got to pee, you ever pee in the car? I peed in a tennis ball can,
Mhm.
and filled it up and still had to pee.
No.
Oh yeah,
That's a lot of pee.
it's a lot of pee, bro. I keep myself well hydrated. You know what I mean? But you got to be careful with that stuff. I tried to hold it one time on a plane.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hold it till it lands. The plane lands, and oh my God, I had to get up while we were bouncing into the fucking runway.
Oh.
I know. And they were like, sir. And I was like, I fly planes. And and they were like, but sir. And I was like, fuck it. And I just pissed in my pants. And
You pissed your pants?
Yeah. And I landed the plane just to prove a point. True story. It's a true story.
I remember when I think I was 12. This is what sucks when you have a mom that speaks broken English.
Yeah.
My mom is, she'll have a great conversation with, the minute you get on the phone with her, it's like she forgets English.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And so she drove me and my friends to a movie theater. I told her to pick me up at this one movie theater. She was confused about it. And this is a time where we didn't have cell phones. I put the quarter in, and I ended up pissing my pants while I was trying to explain to her that the right movie theater. And I was just so angry at her of like, you should be better at speaking fucking English. And I piss soaked all over my fucking
Piss soaked your pants. So when you get angry, you piss soak.
In that instance, because I had to piss.
I did mushrooms, way too many of them, and climbed Big Whiskey Mountain. Bring up Big Whiskey Mountain in Wyoming. I climbed Big Whiskey Mountain with my buddy Tony.
Yeah.
And we saw grizzly tracks because there are grizzlies up there.
Mhm.
We saw grizzly tracks. And I got a little afraid. and I had to take shit on mushrooms. Took a shit on the top of that mountain. That's where we were. Show me some more pictures of Big Whiskey Mountain. Yep, saw those. Saw mountain goats up there. Saw those rams, longhorn sheep. We saw them, which was pretty badass. Saw grizzly tracks, and I was taking a poo-poo. I was squatting and
In the
taking
woods,
a poo-poo with a mouthful of blueberries. My mouth was all red.
What?
This is a true story. And then my buddy started scratching at the branches behind me and went, "Ugh."
Oh no.
And there's no story to that. I would like to say I jumped up mid-log, but I didn't. I just said, I'm going to die, and just kept shitting.
Yeah.
And it was him. And then I was on mushrooms, and I was offering my clothing to the rocks as an homage. I was thanking them. I was thanking the rocks.
You don't seem like a mushrooms kind of. You don't seem like a hallucinogenic kind of.
I'm not any of that
fueled,
stuff.
Yeah.
But
Why would you do mushrooms?
Peer pressure. My buddy was older and told me I was eating mushrooms, and I wanted to be cool. And yeah, it's a true story.
Yeah.
And I came down in just my underwear and my shoes, and I was basically naked. I'd left my clothes up on the mountain, and I came down with a blue mouth, and because I kept eating blueberries on the way down, and my undies, my shoes.
How old were you?
I was
This
in my
was 2 weeks ago?
20s. I was in my 20s, buddy.
Yeah.
I was old enough to know better. But that's my story. Big Whiskey Mountain. Give me some more pictures. There was an area where there were boulders.
Scroll through and find where Bryan took a shit.
Hold on. Now let's go back to bighorn sheep. Now they're trying to study bighorn sheep to figure out why they don't get CTE. Why don't they don't get brain damage when they ram into each other? They have a different head than, of course, a human being does, because when a human being hits their head, it's like an egg in a shell. And for whatever reason, I guess rams have some kind of a gyroscope effect in their brains.
Mm-hmm.
Can we bring up bighorn sheep ramming into each other for a second? I want to show you the violence here. Show you the violence of what goes on. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Watch this shit, dude. Have you seen this before?
This is something I've
First of
probably
all, they
fallen
have the
asleep
most
to. Yes.
blank faces on the planet.
Yeah.
All right, they have the blankest faces on the planet, and they're huge. They're like a mini. They're like a pony. They're fucking giant. Now watch this. They're just hanging out, doing nothing. Don't mess around.
Whoa!
Look at that. And then they're just like,
That's the weirdest fight I've ever seen. Yeah.
and they just stare.
What's up, dog? What's up, dog?
They're not saying shit. We just know that they're.
What's up, dog?
This guy's eating. He's got his balls. Okay.
And just chill.
Now they just look around. Both have big balls.
No, this is real.
This is my territory here.
This is
Getting
real.
my head down, getting my thoughts, talking to myself, looking at my body. Oh, missed you,
damn.
hit you in your nutsack. That was my plan. Now I'm going to stand very still. I'm not going to move. I'm going to pose for the camera.
Oh, that connected.
Dude, they will do that to you.
Fuck.
They'll ram you. Now,
They are fucked up
luck.
because you see they hit each other, then they got to recalibrate.
Yeah, you wonder what it is that they're doing when they recalibrate. But
What's
either
up,
way,
dog?
yeah.
The fuck's up, dog?
But like, oh, he's looking down. He's not eating. I'm going to look
Here
at
we
my,
go.
oh, okay, let me look at my.
That's when it's on.
That's my territory. I'm just looking at my.
Yow! That is.
It is the fucking weirdest way to fight. Just staring off in the distance, flicking my tongue a little bit. I'm gonna, I'm gonna paw a little more and look down.
Here we go.
Just get myself going there. I'm just gonna
Pray to
loosen my
the
neck up,
heavens.
look at my toes, talk to myself.
right.
You can do this. It's worth it. She's got it's worth
This one's
she's
for the East
beautiful.
Coast family. Bow! I think I left the iron on.
Yeah, we'll just stand here for a
I
second.
want some brownies.
Let's
Would
not
you,
move and stay
maybe I'll
here
get some
for a
pizza for
second.
dinner.
Oh,
Just chilling.
Some things are worth it. Okay, and okay.
This one's sniffing an asshole. You see that?
He's got a dick too. They're both trying to fuck with each other.
They're
That's a
following
female.
the chick.
That's a female. Yeah,
They're following
that's
the
a
chick.
female.
Yep.
Say female. It's not a chick. It's just not.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
not a. Yeah, right in front of her. Right in front
My
of her.
dick's going inside. My deck's going inside. No,
She's
my deck.
Stare at the butt. Keep your eye on the prize. Eye on the prize.
Yep.
It's worth the headache.
They're going
It's
back
worth
to
the
it.
headache. It's always worth the headache. I'm going to go over there. There you go. So there you go. Give them a shout out on YouTube so we don't get. That was great.
Time for Tube on YouTube.
What's that?
Channel is Time for Tube.
Time for Tube. Subscribe to Time for Tube. It was good. Well, I don't know how funny it would be, but I used to have a red Prius that I called the Red Ram, and I used to drive like this. This is my buddy's.
Oh.
It's not even my joke. It's my buddy's joke.
Yeah.
Fuck is his name? I'll miss him. No, you got to see. There's another one where this elephant is ramming a fucking Mack truck, dude. An elephant will turn a truck over. Is this what does it say here?
Huge truck versus massive bull elephant.
Yeah, no, you don't want to fuck with a bull elephant. They will turn.
But
that truck
you ever seen
over.
an elephant take a shit?
Yeah,
It is
Yeah.
like something I've never seen before in my life.
Hey, Steve, ridden an elephant. So, any more questions? Yeah. Where? Oh, I'm glad you asked. India. Yeah.
We were on safari, and I watched this elephant take a shit. That was it.
Yeah. No, there's a video of an elephant and an elefante.
It's like if you were in the vicinity, it was raining shit. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's good. Really get at it's what you want to do with an enraged elephant is throw stones at it and jump around in a circle. That's good for it. They're so smart, but the one thing that elephant trainers will tell you is that there is a chance always, and it probably eventually will happen, that the elephant one day decides enough.
Sure.
And I'm going to kill you. You've been my owner. You clean me. You train me.
Right.
But now I'm going to step on you until you're butter and pull you apart, which they do.
Yeah.
Not a good time. Not a good time.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Which is why I no longer train elephants. Yeah. I no longer train them. I do train them from a tree. I'm usually in a tree where they can't reach me. And I communicate with them. And then what I do is when they get under the tree, I drop on their back. Let me finish. But I drop on their back behind the reach of their trunk. I hold on with my legs and I ride them till they get tired. When they're tired, I go, had enough?
Yeah.
Actually, the way they break elephants is really awful.
How?
They tie them up when they're babies and they basically hit them with sticks. It's so weird. Do you know that? Such a weird way to do it. Anyway.
They beat the fuck out of them with sticks?
Yeah, you can see them breaking an elephant. There's video of it. It's not fun, but the elephant's like that. And they basically train an elephant. Look at how they train. That's not true. I mean, that's not how they do it, but traditionally there was this idea you had to break the elephant's spirit, I guess. But I don't know. I've seen it on video. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
It's like the pimping game.
Now they train them differently. But yeah, you can see this shit. Inside a Dark World of Captive Wildlife Tourism. Yeah. They fucking...
We'll get taken down for it.
Yeah. We don't want to... Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Maybe difficult to watch. You don't want to do this to... I hate this shit. No, I can't watch them hurting animals. These fuckers.
Fucked up.
Ugh, I cannot watch that shit at all. Oh my God. I just seeing what he was doing to that chimp or monkey. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry to bring things down. I'm just a deep guy. Steve, tell me something interesting.
Where will you be, Brian?
Anything in the news, Steve, that you want to talk about that's bothering you, that you're happy about?
That I'm happy about?
Yeah.
No,
Anything you're worried
I don't
about?
watch the news anymore. I've gotten to the point where when I watch the news, I watch to see. I don't watch the news to get news. You know what I do? I watch the news to see how the news is disseminated to the general public, me, and see the differences between left and right, and just say, I would love to get just news objectively.
Yeah.
But they don't do it anymore. And that's the sad thing.
There's got to be a lot of money in just reporting objective news. But I guess it's kind of impossible.
Yeah. It doesn't exist. Before we in 2016, we all vilified the Russians for partitioning us and doing their best to separate us, right? And then this past election, it's almost like the news media took over for Russia and said, no, we'll take over from here.
Yeah.
We'll partition the general public. We'll separate them and get them at war with each other, as opposed to Russia doing it. So I think it's just, I think it's gotten way out of hand. I think now they're using racism is news now.
Yep.
And that's the big headline. And I think that the more that it's perpetuated by the news media, the more they're trying to do to create fissures in the general public.
Well, there's money in creating fissure. There's no money in creating unity. There's money in creating conflict, in accentuating and highlighting and exaggerating the conflict between black and white, between Asian and black, between, there's money in that, between trans and whatever. So we got coffee at this great place, and I complimented the person giving me my coffee because what I thought was a man, she had long hair and eyes, and probably biologically was male.
Sure.
And I said, and I'm so jealous of your look. Look, he's got beautiful eyes and beautiful hair. And he said she. And he was very cool because I had
He was very nice about it, yeah.
But it was funny because I was like, see, I'm old. I don't think about those things, and this is the new thing.
Sure.
And but they both looked really cool. I said I like to get my coffee when the people in serving me have a certain look, like awesome tattoos, really cool clothing, and cool names. Usually they're going to have very good croissants and great Americanos. Don't know why. Typically how it works.
Yeah.
If they look like, I want my coffee served to me from baristas that look like they're very far left.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about it. Now, having said that, I like Black Rifle coffee, but I'm just saying that typically there's something about those coffee shops. They're going to be taking their time with their pastries. And that was the case. But it was interesting because I felt like an old man, and I think they kind of were treating me like an old man. They were like, the person was like, he just misgendered me. He was very nice about it.
Yeah.
We had a laugh about it.
But I'm sure he
like,
gets it quite often, or she gets it quite often, I'm sure. But she was super nice about it, and you were super cool about it. And
that's an example of where I'm not threatened by like this thing. I'm just threatened by being forced to adhere to a certain kind of language and behavior at the barrel of a gun. What I mean is the economic gun. Like if you fuck up, even in good faith, you are done.
Out of job, out of work, all
We've
of
already
it.
talked
But
about this.
I think right now it's bad because what I see being perpetuated is the vilifying of white people. And what you see now is just this vilification where I sit there and I try to look at things differently, and I'm just like, well, white people are 70% of the population. So why are you vilifying a majority when at the end of the day, we are e pluribus unum, out of many one. We all live here under the banner of the flag. And if you vilify one side, then the partitions get deeper, we get more tribal, and there's no unity. There's no unity, and the media is doing it.
Yeah, what happened with Charles Barkley when he said that? Did it trend?
Yeah, it trended positively.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Everyone
I'm sure because he's like, the media makes money off of our division, creating division between all of us, black and white, rich and poor, and saying we hate each other.
So Barkley and I are saying the same thing.
Exactly.
But he's on TNT being seen by millions, and I'm on a
there he is.
podcast
Charles
with Bryan
Barkley
Callen.
Drops truth bomb. How many views does it have?
This particular one has 1,500, but it's all over Twitter.
Shared that news and how painful it was.
Yeah, but the one thing I took out of that piece was, man, I think most white people and black people are great people. I really believe that in my heart. But I think our system is set up where our politicians, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, are designed to make us not like each other so they can keep their grasp of money and power. They divide and conquer. I truly believe in my heart most white people and black people are awesome people, but we're so stupid following our politicians, whether they are Republicans or Democrats. And their only job is, hey, let's make these people not like each other. We don't live in their neighborhoods. We all got money. Let's make the whites and blacks not like each other. Let's make rich people and poor people not like each other. Let's scramble the middle class. I truly believe that in my heart.
Well, good job.
I agree with him.
Fuck yeah. What was the reaction by those guys, I wonder?
The guys that they were sitting with.
They probably said nothing. They were just like, I don't want to touch this thing.
Yeah.
I think he did it right at the end of the. Right at the end of the.
It trended
game.
positive. Good for Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree. Fucking it.
But
There's
part of what I
money
was saying is how they disseminate news and how they break it down. You saw the Capitol shooting, how they covered that, and all of a sudden they were glorifying this Capitol officer who lost his life in the line of duty, and now the story was about his death as opposed to who did it.
Yeah.
And that to me was, it was just like, why are we twisting the narrative dependent on the race? Like the race is the story, but it's dependent on how it's covered. And to me, it's just like, just what's the story? Let us figure it out.
There was that black journalist who was saying when the black guy killed his mother and got out of jail, he'd been paroled twice and stomped that 65-year-old Asian.
Yeah, right.
Nobody was mentioning that it was black on Asian crime,
right?
Because, and then there was a guy who was described as having dark white skin. He was black.
It's ridiculous.
So we're getting crazy here.
Yeah.
We're not. And when you don't tell the truth, when you don't call it like people see it, and you're trying to twist the truth. But, this is journalists who are terrified of losing their job. Corporate America is terrified of not making money. Everybody's afraid. This is new McCarthyism. We've lost our ability to fucking speak it like it is. I'm sorry, man. It just is.
You have a mass shooting that occurs, by a white guy, and it's not about the victims. It becomes about the figurehead, who did it, why they do it. But he's white, and so we're going to chastise this,
or
this
he's
individual
Muslim,
on behalf.
And he has a Muslim name, but nobody wants to say that too.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Weird stuff.
But you have something like that, but then you'll have a drive-by shooting that affects just as many people, but that does not get the same.
It's not as interesting.
It's not as
interesting in
sexy
Chicago
for the
when
media.
black on black crime in Chicago kills 100 people or gets 100 people injured in a weekend, 7 kids dead. That's not as sexy to the media and to money. You can't make money off of that because that's in Chicago and people quote unquote expect it because it's gang violence and all that shit. As opposed to when you have, if there's any story about a white chick yelling at a black chick, or a
Karen,
an Asian
or
person, whatever it might be.
Sure.
Anything racial is so much better because
all this Asian shit that's going on right now, by the way, it's
been
in the
going on
media.
forever.
It's been going on for years. It's been going on since I was a kid. It's been going on. But guess what? Everybody's got something. Everybody's got something that when you cut somebody off in traffic, when you do something bad, if you're fat, they're going to call you fat.
Yeah.
If you're Asian, you get called Asian.
I called a guy
If you're
fat
black,
once. I fat shamed somebody.
Yeah.
Yep. He was sitting there. I pulled this way and then I made a quick turn and I could hear him going, "You motherfucker, you got a problem." He was this giant guy.
Yeah.
And he had just the fattest face, but he looked tough. He had big traps. And I was there like this. His car was facing me and I was facing this way. And I looked at him and I go, "What?" And he goes, "You got a fucking problem, motherfucker?" Something like that. And I go, "You're fat." And I just pulled away. He's like, "Ah!" I could hear him screaming at me. I was like, me.
I was
I fat shamed.
last time
I was young. Don't judge me.
bitched at somebody. I was driving here in California, and this drip cut me off, right? And so I pull up. Then all of a sudden, you see the red stoplight.
Yeah.
Now you have a decision. Do I pull up next to him and say something, or do I stay behind him and just let it go?
Yeah.
Well, I fucking pulled up next to him. I roll my window down, and he says something to me. I go, "You're a fucking cunt."
You said that to him?
Yeah.
Dude,
he goes,
I would never say that to a guy unless I was ready to really fight. But
I
maybe you're ready.
was ready to. I was really pissed off. But anyways, he goes, "Yeah, I'm a cunt. I'm from Boston, and we only call women cunts." I go, "Well, I'm from Pittsburgh, and if you see a cunt, you call him a cunt. And guess what? You're a fucking cunt." And then he didn't say anything after that.
You're such a nice guy,
he just
but you
didn't
get
say
mad.
shit. Yeah. And I was with my friend Dallas and Joel Osborne, and they were both with me. And they were like, "Wow, that was pretty good."
What did he do that caused you to say that?
He blatantly cut us off.
Yeah.
Blatantly cut us off to the point where it's like, it was dangerous. It
Yeah.
was dangerous. I mean, I wouldn't just, if you just cut me off, it's like, all right, yeah. If you bitch at somebody in LA for cutting you off, you're gonna be in the hospital within 3 weeks because every single day you're driving in LA, something awful is gonna happen.
And
but this one was really blatant and bad.
Yeah, people have guns though.
Yeah.
People will shoot you right in the face if they've had a bad day.
Sure, but
I don't do
sometimes you
that shit.
can't fucking help yourself.
That's like a guy. Remember when you ever perform? I'm sure at the Fort Lauderdale Improv.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the greatest, right? You know, that awesome area. People are always out. This dude is fucking mouthing off to a dude.
Yeah.
In fact, I think the one guy was white and the other guy was black.
Yeah.
But this guy's basically, this white guy's basically kind of getting in this black guy's face,
Right.
and kind of calling him out. And the black guy was just kind of, he was older. He was probably he's probably 30.
He's confident.
Something like that. No, but he reached in his bag, pulled out a gun and shot him right there where we perform. Shot him right there, right in the belly. Bang. And didn't have a mask on or anything. He was just like, I'm going to shoot you now.
Wow.
I'm sure I'm on camera. There are people that don't give a fuck. They're just, you don't know what's going on in their head. And they're just going to go, you know what? It's a Saturday. Everybody's around and I'm going to shoot you.
Sure.
Bang.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what that guy's gone through. You don't know what you're triggering in that guy. You don't know what he's got to lose. Probably nothing.
Yeah.
And when you're out like that, nothing good happens when you're talking and calling some dude out you don't know.
Sure.
And this guy's reality was, I'm going to get into fisticuffs. Maybe I train a little bit. Maybe I want to use my boxing and my jiu-jitsu. The dude he was fucking with didn't have the money for boxing and jiu-jitsu, but he lived in a world where fighting was about shooting you in the face. And he fucked with the wrong dude.
Right. Well, I'm
not saying, I'm just saying, just be
of course,
careful.
these are the ramifications of being a guy, of being a man.
Well, no, being a guy who mouths off.
This is the deal though.
Yeah.
When you're a guy and as you grow older, you learn in social situations how to temper the situation or how to accelerate the situation. But if you're going to accelerate the situation, there is an end result here. So are you willing to go to the table and go all in on a shitty hand, or do you feel confident in 3 aces and a 9? So life experience dictates how you handle each situation. But sometimes, not gonna lie, it gets a little.
I have never been willing to go that distance over a traffic altercation ever in my life. But that's just me. I don't think I have. I did threaten a cab driver who was driving so fast that he was putting my girl. I was with my girlfriend,
right?
And he was driving so fast, and all I said was when the guy pulled over, I said, "Fucking guy." This fucking guy was driving like a maniac. I was mad. I was like, this guy was. It was literally in New York City. It was literally dangerous.
Right.
And he goes, "What's your problem, man?" And that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. I fucking lost it.
Yeah.
I go, "You insult me when you fucking drive like," and then I called him. I told him to get out of the car. I was gonna fight him. I was so angry, and that's never like me. And then my girlfriend. I remember my girlfriend was uncharacteristically quiet. I think she knew that I had seen red, and I'm never like that. I saw red, but he didn't do shit. I just got out, and that was weird. But I was right in calling him out.
I had an incident in New York City with a cab driver, something similar to that. But I got out of my car, and I'd been eating blueberries.
Oh,
and then I took my clothes off.
What?
As in honor to the street, and I left my clothes on the street.
Oh, because you were on mushrooms.
I was on mushrooms, and
Man,
I
feel like I told that's.
Nah, man, it's a totally different story.
All right,
call it callback, guys. It's comedy lingo.
Listen, guys.
Where are we?
We're gonna see. Steve will see you April. No, wait. Steve will see you.
April 14th.
April 14th, we'll see you at Zany's. We're doing a live version of this.
15th to 18th, Helium Comedy Club in Indianapolis. April 29th to May 1st. Washington, D.C. Improv on the May 13th through the 15th in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Raleigh Improv. And
Des Moines, Iowa, April 30 to the 1st of May. I'm at the Funny Bone. Phoenix, Arizona, CB Live, May 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th.
It's a great club, by the way. I know you said you haven't been
Live?
there. It's one of my fucking favorites. I love Stand Up Live.
Yeah.
I love Tempe Improv.
Yep.
And then I got booked at that one. I was like, well, what's this one?
Where is CB Live?
It's fucking great.
Where is it? It's in Phoenix?
It's in Phoenix. It's
but
in
far
like one of
away
those destination shopping centers.
Yeah.
But dude, it's set up where you feel like you're doing a film taping, like a TV taping.
Wow.
It's a beautiful
Is it far
aesthetic.
away from the other clubs?
Nope.
Wow.
They're all like 15 minutes. It's fucking great. I love it.
Tampa, Florida, Improv, May 21st, 22nd. San Antonio, Texas, LOL Comedy Club, June 3rd to the 5th. Get yo tickets, BryanCallen.com. Like and subscribe, Big and Hungry Podcast, and we'll see you real soon.